It's gonna be photo finish. Wow, magic. What can he do? It's gonna be Aston Martin against Ferrari. It's gonna be a finish line. It's gonna be Marco against David. Who's gonna finish first? It's a finish line. And it's David with a photo finish. P1.
Then Spinala on the softs, both Aston Martins on the softs. That means, and then the Haas of Monia on the mediums, Shazad on the hards. Now the green flag is up and running and the lights are on to 5 red lights, and round 5 in Spain is underway, and it is not a good start at all for the Marco in the Ferrari. The Aston Martin gets the jump already, and Ollie gets a brilliant start as well. Steps drops down the position, but into turn 1 they go. It's Pimaralda who makes the move into the lead. Marco drops down the position. The Alpine keeps the position to Ollie as well. Steps fighting with the V-carb for P4. He's on the inside for the next corner, as now Steps in the McLaren goes up the inside. Through turn 4 they go, and the McLaren keeps the position, and that's an Alpine of Jake. As Mini Waffle has spun it again on the exit of the hairpin, and this is the consistency problem this Red Bull driver is having. And the top 2 is making a swap for positions. Marco moves up into P1 as the Spaniard of Pimaralda loses the position for the lead, and Steps has actually now lost the DRS as well, as Pimaralda goes off, and he has gone super wide at turn 4, and that has cost him completely. He's now 2 seconds behind Marco. He makes a crucial mistake in this Grand Prix. We know turn 4 is one of the trickiest corners at this circuit, and now the Aston Martin is draining his ERS. I think the soft tyres are absolutely finished. I think he should probably pull into the pits now, which he does. 11 laps on the softs already. Pulls into the pits and will put on probably the hard tyres. It is clearly close when they pull out the pits, as Pimaralda now makes a move for P6 on Fred the Red. He has put on the hards, so he has pitted kind of late, but now out of the pits is the Ferrari. You can see him there, and now into turn 1 Pimaralda goes, and through turn 2 he's going to get the exit here on the medium tyres. They're warm, and Marco's hards is cold. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin. Can he make the move stick on the Ferrari? He is very tight on the outside now. Is Marco going to go for it? No, he's not. Pimaralda covers it off, and Pimaralda takes the provisional lead of this Grand Prix. The Spanish, I'm sure, will be roaring their approval for that, as now Marco makes an overtake as well just before he's going to get DRS off DJ. Pimaralda now is using ERS. He needs to do it. He needs to get in front, is what he is thinking. They're going to go wheel to wheel into turn 1 here. Marco's fighting it through turn 1 and 2. Marco keeps position, but now turn 3, Pimaralda has the inside line. Marco keeps it around the outside. Very, very good defending. He's draining down the inside. He wants that inside line. We've seen it again. And now is Marco going to be able to defend this this time? As around the outside goes the Aston Martin. He's now a full car length ahead, but he needs to take this defensive line, otherwise Marco is going to go back up his inside, but he doesn't. He's patient, and now Pimaralda makes the move up for the lead again, and is now around the outside. The Ferrari wants. Is he going to be able to stick it? No, he's not. Obviously Marco has got the DRS, and around it, well, he wants the outside line, he wants the racing line that is going to be, and now that is Pimaralda going deep again, and he loses the car completely on exit. He's losing DRS here. He could potentially lose it. Marco will use all his DRS around his final 2 corners. Pimaralda is using all his DRS, but he's already used it all. Pimaralda, we saw him go deep at turn 4. He's gone deep again, and this is his problem. Why he's losing DRS. He won't get back in it now. There is absolutely no chance he gets back in it. He knocked down the Spanish at their home Grand Prix. He overtook Pimaralda and makes it his 3rd race win in Season 8. And that is Marco, once again victorious.
But yeah, we were slow in general the race, but not on in the race. I think the whole weekend has been a little bit difficult for us. Sometimes you learn more things from the difficulties than from the celebration, so hopefully it's one of those times.
It was Saturday night about 6, 7 o'clock. I was at home in Switzerland. He was in Spain on his bicycle with his teammates training and had a fall. Broke both his wrist and a toe. It was a shocking moment for a father. For any of your children to get hurt, I think is a shocking moment for any parent. I love my son to death. He's my son first and a race driver second. So just arrived at Silverstone. I'll come be with you. I'll be at Gaydon about 4 o'clock.
On the eve of the season that Aston Martin have put so much expectation in, for his dream of achieving success in this sport with his son, I mean, it's pretty disastrous.
Okay, see you later. Thanks, bye-bye. It's just a shame that it comes down to something like that determines your destiny.
All drivers lined up on the grid. We are here at the home of the sport, here in Silverstone, to 5 red lights, and the drivers are off, and it's a great start for the racing ball of Haaland as they all tumble into turn 1. But Pimaralda covers him off. He takes the lead as through farm curves they go and into the village. Now the racing ball has to take the racing line. He goes for the switchback on the Aston Martin, and once again he goes for it. They're going to be wheel to wheel into entry, as now on the inside is the racing ball. He gets the better exit. They're going to go into Brooklyn's wheel to wheel. Who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be the racing ball, or is it going to be the Aston Martin? Down the inside goes the racing ball, outside line. Forward Luffield goes for the switchback once more. As now heading into Copse, the racing ball has the exit. It's not the best of starts. Quite the dramatic start here in the opening of lap 1 here in Silverstone round 7. But Shazad making a move on the Red Bull around the outside of Brooklands. Can he get it off? No, holds back. Safety car is out, and that is for Jai Mario, who has had a crash at turn 1. Safety car is in, and now Pimaralda has gone, and everyone kind of have got a decent getaway. Harlan, has just taken the lead of the race. DRS activated for the Aston Martin, but also for Shazad. This is going to be tight into Brooklands. Around the outside goes the McLaren. A little bit of a lock-up there for Pimaralda. Inside line for the McLaren. Has he got the move done into P2? It seems likely. He's a full car length ahead. Has pulled into the pits. That's what's happened. And so has Sen Newman. He's reacted. Harlan's pitted. Is he going to come out ahead of the Aston Martin? We're on board now with the Aston Martin of Pimaralda and Harlan there coming out of the pits, but Pimaralda comes out ahead of Harlan by a long distance, and it's going to be a McLaren double stack. They've got it all completely wrong. He's come out way behind where he'd like to. He's lost so much time there to this pack, but Shazad down the inside already wanting to make moves on bomb on the soft compound tyres. What a move that is for Shazad. He's already back into this fight, into Chapel. Very strong. Maggers and Beckett's there for Shazad. The Tsunami really holding everyone up, as now Sen Newman's completely boxed in. He has nowhere to go. But now Shazad down the inside. They're going to go 3 wide into Brooklands. The McLaren on the inside. The Red Bull on the outside has to go off the track. Is he going to have to give that position back to Tsunami? Shazad moves up into P5 as now Shazad's got the exit. It's perfect. But Shazad now has the DRS. He's draining his battery. He wants the outside line. Shazad moves up into P2. Now, this race between Pimaralda and Shazad is truly on. Shazad, you can see how much quicker the McLaren is, as now on the exit. Can he get the lead of the race? He's using his DRS. DRS is active for the McLaren. He makes the move up into P1, down the inside. Stowe, but can Pimaralda fight back? He's hanging it around the outside. The two drivers wheel to wheel into Vale now. Outside line for the McLaren. Oh, Shazad, he goes for the switchback. He's now on the outside. He gets pushed off track by Pimaralda down the Wellington straight on this occasion. But what can the McLaren do? Loses the car just a little bit. We're on now lap 24 of 26. The McLaren makes the move for the lead of the race here. But now into Brooklands they go. Down the inside goes the McLaren, trying to force the Aston Martin off track. This is brilliant racing here in Silverstone today. Around the outside of Luffield now is the McLaren trying his luck. Yes, he is. But they're going to be wheel to wheel with the cops. No, they're not. Pimaralda backs out. Shazad takes the lead of the race. On the final lap of the race, what is going to unfold here? Shazad currently leads the way, but down the Wellington straight they go. Pimaralda's going to have the DRS. He's not close enough to go for the move. But now, is DRS chicken going to be playing here? As obviously we know how much the hanger straight is going to perform. You can see Shazad kind of taking it a bit slower than usual. I'm sure he wants Pimaralda to get ahead of him just for Maggers and Beckett's, just so he can get the rear wing open instead of Pimaralda, but he's not playing it. Shazad is not going to have DRS. Pimaralda is. Through Maggers they go, and through Beckett's they throw the car in here for the final time on the final lap of the race. Pimaralda's not lost much time though. Shazad has lost time, as now on the final lap Pimaralda goes down the inside at Stowe, but he's not going to get the best of exits into the final chicane. Shazad's got to go for the move here around the outside, but Pimaralda defends. Shazad goes for the switchback. The two make contact. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Pimaralda. Wins in Silverstone. What a race. It's a photo finish between the two. Spinala finishes on the podium, but what a race it is, and it's still not over. Steps and Lussie are also going to have a photo finish, but it's going to be TNRMS who finishes in P6. Steps finishes P7, Lussie P8, Olaf P9, and DJ rounds off the points. But what a race it was today in Silverstone. Pimaralda wins here in Silverstone. Aston Martin 1 and 3.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Hiding all of our sins from the daylight, running from the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at at the same time.
I'm still the bad guy.
It's gonna be Aston Martin against Ferrari. It's gonna be a finish line. It's gonna be Marco against David. Who's gonna finish first? It's a finish line. And David with a photo finish, P1.
Is now on the final lap. BPRL goes down the inside at Stowe, but he's not going to get the best of exits into the final chicane. Shazad's got to go for the move here. Around the outside now of turn 2 goes the Aston Martin. They're wheel to wheel